Hello everyone, I hope and pray all is well with you. Welcome back to the channel, and if you are new here, welcome. I am so glad to have you here. For today's pick a card message, we are going to be focusing on which divine masters are helping you and why. It's going to give a little bit of backstory. It's a mixture of oracle cards as well as tarot. We have three piles here, and they are all depicted by three separate heart stones. So for pile one, we're going to start over here with this beautiful almandine garnet. It's very good for centering the heart chakra. And then for pile two, we have the bismuth wisdom channeling heart. Okay, so this is great for channeling energy when it's related to the heart. Okay, and then for pile three, we have this chrysanthemum stone heart. It's for positive changes. It's to help have positive shifts when it comes and relates to love. Okay, so you go ahead and choose between pile one, pile two, and pile three for which divine masters are helping you. Don't forget, timestamps are in the description box as well as the comments. I try to leave it in both sections. Don't forget to thumbs up the video, comment down below, and let me know which pick a card you guys are interested in seeing from me. I am definitely open to suggestions if you have anything that's on your mind. Okay, I will definitely answer it for you. So I will go ahead and start with pile one. Hi, pile one. So you chose the beautiful almandine garnet as seen over here. Let's go ahead and see which divine masters are helping you. Oh wow, so you start off with Dwal Kul, who says divine mission, enlightened action, make choices from the heart. Okay, so I feel like they're definitely guiding you to help you with opportunities when it comes to evolving your situation as a spiritual being. Okay, having a human experience. There's a sense of vulnerability when you get Guaku. Okay, and just so that we are clear, he is one of the original devotees of the Buddha. Okay, and is one of the three wise men who was honored, excuse me, the birth of Jesus Christ. And it was known he did it with frankincense, myrrh, and gold, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, and he is one of the lamas that resides in the Himalayas. Okay, so very well noted, very well accoladed. Definitely talks about the human experience here and that vulnerability. I feel like there's something here about your inner child that you're working on healing. I'm also getting this energy of you having like childlike energy, and you kind of having to reference or annotate that in your day-to-day life, whether it's you having like younger people around you or you're around them during this time. I feel like this is why. Okay, I feel like there's something about you needing to remember to go with the flow, be playful with life, appreciate the naturalness of the world around you. I'm also getting, if you are going through a challenging time or even a move, pile one, or if you've been planning on moving, there's something about headaches and like strenuous behavior or actions that need to be taken, or there's something serious that you're thinking about. I'm seeing like these woodsy areas, this evergreen type of energy. I don't know if some of you guys are planning on moving in an area that has a few evergreens around it, or if that's very significant, but you need to be around like pine needles when it comes to like a next move or travel, even if it is somewhere that's a little bit more warmer. I feel like it needs to have or embody all four seasons or be more homey or cozy. It could be that you have relatives who are closer to that area for some reason, because the Himalayas aren't typically that area. I'm not seeing a desert. I keep seeing like more of evergreens for some reason. Okay, with you guys, the next one that you have is Shiva. It's a karma release. It says the end of a cycle, debts are paid, and choose your destiny is coming out here. This is really significant for you because you do have that Dwal Kul telling you to kind of be compassionate in your choices and your actions. And then you have Shiva, who's one of like the divine masculine gods and Hindu, if I'm not mistaken, and also the destroyer lord. Okay, there's this ability to kind of get rid of fear. So I don't know if there was something that you were really concerned about and you've really had to like master this as something I'm getting this energy of like there was something that was trying to take over you when it comes to your heart space, when it comes to matters of the heart. There could have been a struggle with completing cycles, because when I look at this area on Shiva, it's protected by this serpent, okay? And the serpent energy really does embody Shiva about getting rid of fear, allowing things that were restricting you, holding you back, to really kind of like be your strength suddenly. So for a lot of you guys, you could be speaking up or speaking your truth about a situation here that maybe you were worried about, or maybe at one point in time it got rejected. All right. He's definitely a protective father figure that comes through when I see Shiva, and very much so a twin flame to Kali Ma. So Kali Ma could be definitely significant to you. You could be picking up on that energy, or you've done something to kind of channel one or both of them. But this is kind of telling you to release any guilt or fear surrounding your past. Instead, be optimistic about how far you've come, okay? And I feel like there's something about a debt that's being paid or cleared off during this time. So like you can stop asking the universe for this because it's going in your favor. God, the universe has heard you and all is forgiven, okay? I'm also picking up here that like if you have any fears or concerns about like new circumstances, this is kind of clearing the way for that, all right? I feel like it's because you faced a similar situation in a past life. Okay, because I feel like with Shiva, they heal a lot that has to do with the past life, what comes into this life, and recognizing like those stages and how they have that belief very strongly, okay? And I'm getting here, it's like your soul is kind of remembering something from that. And so you're struggling with healing from that circumstance or that pain, okay? And it's like you're breaking that cycle so that you can kind of take charge of your destiny in this new life. You have like all of the forces of source behind you. And I'm also getting here that you are well regarded. You also carry like this energy that shows that you're going to be powerful, you're going to be strong, and it's due to how you've handled other circumstances around you, okay? Wow. I love this so much. You have Rama and you have Sita, okay? Which is another like holy and divine union. If I'm not mistaken, they're both Hindu god and goddesses as well. So we have soulmate connection here and romantic opportunity that represent the holy union. So there could be some sort of connection that you've been needing protection with or help with. And you have all of these divine masters and people who are like, very noble, very honest, who can help you to stay balanced and in accord with this, and also to help you to repair this. It could be something that's very important to you. It's so funny because Rama and Sita is wanting to be close to the candles. I made sure each pile to kind of, I was connecting with this deck that I have. It's a new one, and they were saying that if you put it over white candles and you bless it, it's supposed to kind of activate the energy. And when I was kind of shuffling through, this one fell the closest to the candles while they were lit, and it almost burned. So it's funny that they want to be by the candles again. But yeah, they have Hindu personifications of the divine masculine and feminine, okay? And they are associated with the festival of light, Diwali. Okay, which is very significant during this time, okay? I feel like they're helping you to kind of overcome some relationship challenges that you've been experiencing, even if it's just your own personal stress and not how your person feels about it. And it's helping those who are ready to open up to new love or new opportunities that are coming in, okay? So just know that you do have this energy that's coming in, and if you keep seeing blue people, if it's not Kali, okay, then it's like, I just want you to know it's something about that. I don't want you to be fearful, and I feel like Source doesn't want you to be fearful either of this circumstance, because it's very good for you, okay? I feel like there's going to be some very exciting times that come to play and come to pass for you. And the universe is kind of wanting to bless things around you, especially when it comes to a new union. But you have to like, there's something about the past that's trying to like cloud your judgment, or I feel like it's kind of something that's related to like the retrogrades that could be happening too if it's not you, okay? And there could be something that's affecting it. But if you're already in a relationship, I feel like there's absolutely an opportunity to take this further at this time, okay? And I feel like there's something that's wanting to just absolutely notify you that things are going to be in accordance, okay? You have the Two of Pentacles coming out here, and then you have the Four of Cups as your overall theme. So yeah, I feel like there's been some indecision that you have been experiencing, whether it's you having to juggle two topics, two circumstances, two situations or choices here. I feel like there's something about this that's caused dismay, or it's made you even bored. It made you feel like you were even a bit stagnant for some of you. And I feel like there's something here about a dullness. There's something about something being a little bit boring for others of you as well. This is going to just resonate with maybe like 2 or 3 of you, this next statement that I'm about to make. For those of you who have been needing to sexually explore, or you have been feeling called to do that, perhaps because you were dealing with a relationship or circumstance that was perhaps too traditional for your liking or your taste, I feel like your energy feels like it's going to explode internally. There's something in your gut where it's like you just want to just have so much fun. There's something so eccentric about you that I feel like someone tried to take away or take out of you in the past, and now you're like about to go into something that's a lot more liberating, more free. I don't know if some of you guys like Madonna. There's something about this song. What is it called? Is it Falling Free? I think it's called Falling Free. It's off of a Madonna album. Maybe you resonate with that. Okay. Now back to everybody else here. I'm getting this energy of like, overall, you needing to get out of this boredom, and these wonderful divine masters are going to help you to find balance where you found boredom in these things. I'm also getting that you may need to appreciate the slower paces of life a little bit. You've been feeling like there's a bit of uneventfulness when it comes to romantic opportunities, and perhaps that it was affecting your money or your health in some way, or you were doing something because you felt like you needed to get your finances together. And I feel like Source is almost bored for you. It doesn't need to be perfect, is what I want to tell you. I don't know if some of you guys are earth signs or water signs, but there's something here about Source reminding you that things don't need to be perfect. They need to be the way in which they need to be. And there's something that you've been holding yourself back from. You have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. For some of you guys, I feel like maybe you had to get your stuff from an area. You have the Six of Pentacles. Perhaps you took a slight is this like a slight downgrade here, or you took your endeavors or investments out of one thing? It was too overwhelming. You needed more peace. I feel like wherever you kind of, it seems like you've regathered yourself or you've reorganized things. You could have like done a slight cleanup of your clothing or something like that. Maybe donated a few clothes here and there, reorganized some things, decluttered. It's giving. I feel like this is going to actually help the energy of welcoming in something new. And I feel like it's very unexpected for you. And I feel like that's why you have so many divine masters that are around you and assisting you. And you could be feeling or picking up on things that are like falling over or slightly moved, especially like on things that you don't typically touch. Like if you have a place where you have tons of photos of family members and things like that, maybe you blame the children or something like that. But it feels like there's been an energy around it that's been kind of maneuvering or connecting with that area that has crossed over is on the other side. And I feel like it's because the veil is thin. Okay, so if you're hearing sounds or you're hearing scratches and you notice it's not from outside, or it's not from like trees scratching on the outside of the house or something like that, or it's not like neighbors outside, it's definitely something that's going on here. Slight paranormal activity that I'm picking up on for Pile 1, but it feels like your home is becoming more at peace with you. Some of you guys could be doing some customs, especially with cinnamon. There's some sort of herb that you're putting in that's kind of helping the ambiance of your your home. There's cinnamon, there's amber that I'm picking up, a oud or a musk here, aroma that's coming through, some vanillas. You could be creating your own candles or doing something like that. It feels like you're also cleansing the energy or your space, and it's actually welcoming or preparing you for a lot better energy. Look, you have the Two of Pentacles here twice. So there's definitely something that you have been unsure of, or you have somebody here who is creating a bit of tension, so it's causing you confusion. Even you staying stagnant for too long can bring Two of Pentacles energy. This is giving the energy of somebody who feels like you're struggling with two options, two choices. I hope that this is not a matter or decision in regards to picking between two people, but I feel like there's a circumstance here where you've been feeling like you've been juggling, all right? I'm also picking up for those of you who have been like checking your businesses, or in regards to a company that you work for. You could be working in accounting, finances, and things like that. There's some fluctuation that you are noticing and annotating, okay? Some of you guys, it could be related to like indexes, or you like stock work or something like that. Somebody could be a stockbroker. I feel like there's going to be something that comes in as far as a meeting or some sort of thing in which you've been trying to do. It feels like you might be just I'm not trying to like downplay your significance at all, Pile One, but it feels like there's something here about you getting an opportunity to represent a larger company. It's like you might look on the outside like a small fish in the pond, although you carry some sort of importance to be representing your large company in this way, right? But it feels like there's been an opportunity or something that you've been needing to kind of stand out, or to represent yourself, or to get some sort of positive appeasement, and you're getting that. Okay, you finally get news or information that you're receiving that. And this is why you could be receiving this support, this development, these wonderful things that happen to you. For others of you, it seems like you may go into this situation or predicament, and then you meet someone that you wind up having a date with, a coffee date with. Is very significant. I'm seeing y'all breaking bread, literally. I'm seeing a person here who's connecting with somebody like at a Starbucks or something, and it goes further than what you anticipated because you're having this wonderful opportunity. Maybe you're not necessarily in the area, Pile One, of seeking out some sort of romantic endeavor. Some of you guys are celebrating anniversaries, by the way. Congratulations and happy anniversary, okay? But I'm getting here for others of you where you've been unsure of a commitment. It feels like something new is coming in or taking off in your life in two areas. One in which you anticipated, and yeah, you were very happy, and it may even make you very rich, and you don't need to share it with everybody, right? You don't need to tell everybody, especially if you just had something that didn't work out. Maybe you secured a circumstance for yourself because you can't believe that it happened. But it's creating something surprisingly better for you. This is giving the energy totally, just off of what's here right now, Pile One. Something did not happen to you. It actually happened for you, okay? Completely. You're about to be blessed with something that is 10 times better than what left, than what you lost or you thought you lost. May have even had you worried that you were going to lose a little bit more. It was going to put you in the Five of Pentacles. But no. The universe said, hold on. We have got you, Pile One. Okay? And I feel like there's somebody who's coming in to support you as well when you feel unsure of yourself. And your next Divine Master, which is a very controversial master to have, Loki, a trickster, someone who is a giant among the gods and often shapeshifts, okay? This definitely lets me know that you are integrating who you are into your reality, but it's saying to look at a second time. Do it a second time. Analyze yourself one more time. Look further into what you present versus what your truth is. Okay, so there's something that's on the surface, and then there's something that is more true, that isn't on the surface, that isn't seen, it isn't visible to everyone. Okay, and I feel like there's something very significant about that. And there's something about you being on guard or extra worried or perturbed or even a bit extreme with yourself sometimes, okay? And I feel like you need to remember how important you are. You know what? I'm going to say this. You could be like on guard from greed and like having a life of an excessive amount of abundance or possessions. That could be very important like to you. You could like Luke in the Bible, okay? That could be like one of your favorite passages or something like that. But I'm getting this energy of like, you need to remember that you have exactly what you need. Perhaps this is the type of person that's coming in that you're attracting. And this is kind of the extra divine master energy that you are picking up that's a little bit more pulley on your energy, because it feels like you have a certain kind of background or belief system, and this person may not be so traditional, so things might be changing and you may need slight adjustment to this, because it feels like there's a sense of an adventure. There's less traditionalism when you see the Loki here in comparison to like Shiva, and you have Dalkul and Rama and Sita, very traditional masters in comparison to Loki. This does encourage some adventure, some energy of taking risk, trying new things, having an adventure, getting into some gray areas when it comes to exploration of your feelings, your emotions, having a good time, and just new opportunities in general, okay? I feel like there's something here that you kind of need to open up to and trust yourself, okay? Now, for your next one, you have a rune, and it's Fee or Fae. I'm not really sure how to pronounce this one. I'm going to read this from the book, so give me 1 second. Okay, we have Fae here. Oh, there we go. It's, oh, I had a good feeling that you were going to be prosperous during this time. And look, it says prosperity, new beginnings, or cattle, okay? It says Fae or Fee represents your good fortune. You could be gaining wealth or new property. This rune marks an abundance at this time. In ancient times, a person's wealth was often measured in livestock or gold. The people worked hard to acquire such wealth. It's vital that you do not lose yourself in abundance, but rather expand into a new beginning. See, I think that's what that Loki energy was that I was picking up on, okay? It says, gratitude for your blessings allows the prosperity to flow and pool into the reservoir of your life. So there's a huge abundance that's coming in, and you need not worry. I feel like there's something here maybe about you recovering or indulging a bit after you were worried about a lot of things. Now that you have this fulfillment that's come into you, okay? And perhaps it's not here yet, but I'm speaking as though it's in the present, that you already have it, because I want you guys to have it. You absolutely deserve it. And I feel like this is confirmation that you do have it. This is why you are being guided. This is why your divine masters are kind of helping and guiding you during this times, as well as which ones, okay? So pile 1, those were your messages. I hope and pray that it resonated with you, that you enjoyed this message, that it provided you some clarity. If it did, thumbs up the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, perhaps share with someone that you feel like would resonate with it. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am off to pile 2. I will talk to you next time. Bye. Hi, pile 2. Let's go ahead and take a look to see which divine masters are helping you and why and how, okay? Ooh, first off, you guys have Saint Germain, Violet Flame, Alchemy, Release the Old, and Make Way for the New. So Saint Germain, he's an adventurer and an alchemist. He's a man of miracles. He was a popular magician during his time, and he was said to have never aged, okay? So if he seems very youthful, if his eyes seem like they have this wonderful elixir of youth, that is why, okay? He was very charming. He was said to have helped others find their place in the world. And he was said to have connected with the spiritual energy of the violet flame, which helps us in transformation of all kinds, okay? And all that has felt heavy and overwhelming with Saint Germain, I feel like is said to have dissipated or is transformed for opportunities of growth and freedom. Okay, so you could be feeling energetically, pile ones, that you are relieving yourself of a lot. You could be feeling or looking younger than you have in a long time. You could be focusing on something that heals your body, your physical vessel in some way, shape, or form. You're changing something up about yourself, or you just feel like energetically things are just better. It could be a better time for you or a more fortunate time, okay? I'm getting here that there's something about past trauma and drama that is being cleared away from your energy, okay? And you have to be willing to move forward, okay? So there was something that was trying to hold you back or hinder you. I feel like you became very self-aware and very mature about a circumstance, and you handled it at a higher level, maturity level, than someone else involved in the situation. It's suggesting that you implement alchemy related to your health, your wealth, and loving connections with others using gold, okay? Whether it's a gold necklace, maybe it's your favorite necklace or something like that. Implementing gold in some way, shape, or form, even through like gold candles, okay? You could be making some sort of gold candle. That could be what's important too. There's something here about that color, about that that material that's very significant or important for you, okay? It says release the old and welcome the new as well. Very much so known for its gold-like energy. Saint Germain was said to have loved gold, to have done a lot of things to heal other people with gold, and to have connected with some of the most higher qualities of gold that there were, okay? That's very significant or very important. Some of you guys could have wanted some gold jewelry. That could be important too. And then, wow, Mayet, another wow, another divine master who connects with gold on a high level, okay? It says divine intervention. Weigh up your options and choose the highest good, okay? This is one of the most ancient forms of the goddess of justice, okay? So if she resembles justice a lot, or if she just looks familiar, she is definitely painted and recreated a lot, but never able to be duplicated ever, you know? She is an ancient Egyptian deity associated with truth, harmony, as well as balance, often depicted with wings, okay? She always has her wings for the most part. Mayet, she helps us to make decisions that align with our values, our core values, what's most important to us. She encourages us to stop and reflect before making rash decisions, okay? Especially if you're feeling very emotional. She definitely helps us at the beginning stages of a transformation. So from like 20 to 22, Mayet will definitely be around you as you transition into your 20s, as well as your 30s, 40s, so on and so forth, okay? Mayet is also a very important energy to call on when you're struggling with something or you feel at a loss with something. Some of you all, I'm feeling that there's something here about like you liking gold wrapped chocolates or something like that. Mayet comes to you even then, okay? She loves the sweetness and I'm not kidding. She's showing me some of you guys chewing on these like chocolate balls, and she sits around your energy and you could feel like this euphoric sensation take over you for some reason. And it's because her energy is there and she carries a strong aura, specifically in like what we would consider like a parfum or a perfume kind of a scent. It's kind of her aura, an aphrodisiac, if you understand what I mean, okay? But she is here to help you weigh up on your options before you proceed as well. So she helps you with the thinking process to determine what's the best choice for you so that you move in divine alignment, okay? Try providing your point less and forcing outcomes. So it's not necessarily about the points that you're making. It's more so about the outcome of the circumstance. It's more so about the bigger picture. It's more so about having the best possible outcome for everyone in a circumstance so that you can attract more harmony and peace into your life. There's always a better and best way to handle a situation than just being self-indulgent. You know, sometimes we're not always directly right, or, you know, something that we want to totally favor us can kind of be selfish. And Mayette is here to remind us of that, to think of everybody in the circumstance and to move from a higher vibrational place. She is here because she's helping to support you with this, or to have this perspective about a situation or a circumstance where it may still be a little bit difficult for you. And again, she does implement and talk about gold a whole lot, okay? Especially when it comes to earrings, things that dangle around the ear that are gold, as well as necklaces. She loves a lot of necklaces, as well as like gold bangles and bracelets. Now you have Joan of Arc as the last one from this deck, which is Sacred Activist. Do not be afraid and stand up for your beliefs. A very strong woman here that's coming through. Also, Roman Catholicism could be very significant for you. Maybe you're Catholic or something like that. Or even French could be very significant here. Maybe you're French. She is a Roman Catholic saint, and she is considered a French heroine, renowned for her role during the Siege of Orleans. I believe it's during the 100 Years' War, right? Yeah, I think so. She helped to drive the English out of France, okay? And that's what she's most renowned for doing. Do not be afraid to be your authentic self. When Joan of Arc comes through, she's about strongness, she's about bravery, she's about resilience, power, not necessarily taking no for an answer. I'm not trying to be shady. Some of you guys, you may need to know, like, you have the cheekbones or the structure. This is coming through. I feel like maybe some of you guys are getting a divine haircut, or the divine guys are in there trying to slice your hair up or something like that. They're saying some of you guys have like the cheekbones and structure, or like the most beautiful nose for like a choppier, shorter haircut. And there's something about how it'll wear up, like some wispies kind of falling. So it's good enough where you can still kind of wear it in a bun but not be overwhelmed. Perhaps you found yourself wearing your hair up in a bun so much because of your hair growing or something like that. It's either something about you considering growing it out long, or you used to wear it up so much and you're thinking about cutting it short. And they're saying it doesn't really matter who's here, masculine, feminine, it doesn't really matter. You're going to look hot, darling. Practically like a model drop dead, okay? Somebody could be trying to take a picture of you on the street as well, especially after you get something that helps you to stand out or helps your features to stand out. That was a huge side note. Now back to Joan of Arc, okay? Maybe she's the one helping you with this, because she's the one with the swords in her hands. But yeah, this is about you kind of being strong, about you remaining resilient. You know, keep going, keep driving, and keep pushing, because your truth will prevail against all opposition. Okay, and I feel like that's what you need to remember. There's something about you calling in your light, or the light of the angels into your life, because Joan of Arc, she was always annotated and noted of loving Archangel Michael. That's what the book was talking about, specifically her liking Archangel Michael, and I think it was Archangel Sandalphon, if I'm not mistaken. They used to come to her a whole lot. So perhaps those archangels have been coming to you as well, and you may need to look into their significance to you, or why they're so like closely connected to you. Unless you've been calling on them, then obviously you know why they're there, right? But if you're like wondering why, I feel like there's something specific to what Joan of Arc was focusing on, or a goal that she had, that maybe you can look into, that you resonate with, because I feel like they're around you for the same purposes specifically. This could be about you ending a circumstance that doesn't serve you, or getting out of something that is like grief related in your life, where people are trying to restrict you for like who you are, something that you stand for, being different, you know, not being the same gender could even be very significant. Maybe something that you do, you could be in a field where, you know, not everybody appreciates the fact that you're a divine feminine, okay? Or your position as a divine feminine as well. You have strength. Either you could be a Leo or connected with a Leo here, but strength is about confidence, resilience, that we were picking up on before. You are definitely a warrior. You definitely carry that nature, especially when it comes to your abundance, when it comes to projects and endeavors and business. Strategy is very significant for you, or even investing in opportunities. You have the best strategies when it comes to that, okay? King of Pentacles and strength is a very strong duo of someone who is going to be very financially powerful, is able to make some very expensive changes, ones that are very obvious in our world. I wouldn't be surprised if you had an interest in architecture, if you've had an interest in being an artist of some kind, a scientist of some kind, interested in the solar system a whole lot. You could be interested in trajectories of things. You could be doing a lot in regards to astrology and your foresight. There could have been something that happened where you wanted to discover planets or planetary alignments during this time, and maybe how it connects with you. There's something here about a lot of you guys connecting with your hair. There's something here about the antennas on our scalp and how it relates to how we trust our intuition, okay? How we connect with guidance overall. You're gaining a lot of guidance, and there's some huge spiritual and psychic growth that I'm seeing here with you all. I'm also getting here for pile 2. If you have been worried about your gifts and abilities intuitively, kind of, I don't know, whether it's exhaustion, maybe you've been feeling slightly attacked, or dullness, lethargic energy. If you have like a white candle, put some freaking cinnamon in there, okay? Cinnamon is not only good to ward off psychic attacks, spiritual attacks, physical attacks. It protects the home very well. It attracts good luck and fortune. It brings good energy. It brings a zhuzh to the house, to the home. It also helps with focus and concentration. Just being around like cinnamon candles and things like that. Even clove could be a good one too. But yeah, like put a few things in there to help you with your focus in your day-to-day life, because I feel like that's kind of the only thing that you really need, is more structure on how to caretake for yourself in these successful circumstances around you to be more successful, okay? I feel like that's what's going on here with you guys so far. You have the 10 of Wands in the reverse. Nice. Okay. You have the Knight of Pentacles that's coming out in the reverse. You have the 8 of Cups that wanted to come out. I just dropped one of your cards. I apologize, pile 2. Wow. You have the 2 of Wands that's in the reverse. I like this. This feels like you're coming out of dilemma, and you have the Hermit, and you are extremely enlightened about a circumstance. So your divine masters are helping you to release a situation or an obstacle that was totally beyond you, wasn't even fully your problem, your circumstance, or your situation to begin with. I feel like you deal with a lot of people's gunk and issues. Perhaps you're in customer service, or you help people, or you assist people with healing work, or with difficulties, with grief in their life. Even a therapist could be very significant, or a builder, somebody who constructs things or helps people, okay? I'm feeling here that there's something that you may even do that's a routine with your body, or there was something that you were doing that was a heavy burden. Some of you guys could have had a back injury, or a spinal injury, or twist, or there was something that was fucking with some of y'all's hips, okay, and legs and groins and your arms. Don't forget everything. You know, the neck, All right. It's just a lot of things that we're trying to take you out of this world, pile two, and it won't. Okay. In fact, I feel like there's something that's happening or occurring where your money, your bucks with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse is actually going to act like help you to progress. It's something that you weren't expecting. It could have even been something that you put off. Okay. I feel like it's something for a lot of you guys that maybe you couldn't even really afford, and maybe you had to dive into your savings a bit. But the energy in relation to it is going to be monumentally beneficial for you, because I feel like some of you guys might have been struggling with like UTIs or something like that. And for me to have brought up cinnamon, some people say that it helps. Lemon helps, lime helps, in water as well. Those things can help you too, but I just feel like there's something here where like there was something internally that was affecting you, and so you kind of felt lethargic in your circumstances or your areas. Be mindful of people around you specifically. It feels like if it's not in your home, you could be walking past areas where people have kind of like urinated outside or something like that, and like that energy, I feel like you have a sensitivity to stuff like that. Okay. And so you need to like protect your energy a whole lot, and where you're walking, where you're going, maybe paying attention to where you walk so you don't step in shit. Like, it's giving that kind of energy where it's like you're gold. Your circumstances give you the vibe of being a diamond in the rough from Aladdin, okay, type of an energy. All right. And you need to carry yourself as such. I really need you to understand that your guides are suggesting that very strongly, that wherever it is that you go, however you maneuver through this world, you need to carry that vibration that you were a diamond in the rough. Okay, somebody could have gifted you like a stone or a crystal that either you carry in your pocket with you, or you said that you would carry in your pocket with you. Some of you guys need to start carrying a piece of copper as this form of gold, or actual gold in your pocket like this. Okay. Copper is to help to ground you, to keep you sanctioned, especially if you're an earth sign or you connect with Jupiter energy very strong. It can definitely help you. It can help pretty much everybody. Okay. But there's something here about you needing to kind of get out of indecision and choose yourself. With the Hermit, choose to go towards something that's going to give you knowledge, that's going to give you insight, that's going to give you higher wisdom. It might make you feel like you're boring. It may make you feel like you're losing out on shit that really wasn't going nowhere anyway. You knew about it, but you know, sometimes we still resent the things that we know that we don't want. Sometimes people do that, you know, especially when we're a little bit younger and it's hard to separate some things. I'm getting this vibration of like, you'll start to piece away from things that really aren't aligned with you, and you'll become more sovereign because you'll be grateful that you didn't make something hard. It's like you're surrendering to this unyielding force of individuals that were trying to connect with you that weren't meant for you. They were trying to really just delay you and get you to reject something that was truly going to help you to heal and grow into this divine journey. Make you feel brave. Somebody wanted you to choose the stereotypical thing. Like, I feel like if this is a commitment, or if this is a boss or something like that, they typically have people who put up with their nonsense, with their BS. Somebody who typically chooses to forgive someone. Like, I don't know. Maybe this is something that happened to you. Did you have somebody who you were connected with who knew that they were getting a relationship with you and intentionally cheated the first time because they always had a person forgive them, and then they could make up and really try to connect or be serious about the fucking connection? Ship. If that was you, I'm picking up here like this person has been delayed. Perhaps this person has had like a vehicular accident where they have no whip no more. There's something about them not being able to drive anymore. Maybe you needed that confirmation. Maybe you like to keep away from this person, which is excellent. But you might have needed to know that. Like, it's just giving the vibe of like no whippy, and you're outie and you're moving and you're soaring. You've been out, okay? And I feel like you've been choosing you, but there's something here about you not replying back to something that was undecided. This could be two people who decided to take a break to have somebody think about a situation, just for somebody to really, it's not even really a ghosting. It's like, I'm just actively choosing myself now, and I'm just not going to let you know that I'm just going to block you. You know, it's kind of giving that energy. That could be what's coming through as well. With this Hermit, I just feel like you have your sights high. You're exploring something. You could be a scholar of some kind. You have your whole life ahead of you. Some of you guys, Virgo, could be very significant if you're not one, okay, or on that Virgo Libra cusp. I feel like there's going to be something of value or fairness that you do or handle in your life, or you should dive into something on your scholarly journey that will help you with that. Some of you guys might major or have something involving journalism that's coming up, or like English, something like that that's coming up, okay? Your writing is very beautiful as well. It could be improving, all right? Somebody could be complimenting that during this time. Writing could be very significant or important to work, but also love. Somebody could be really needing a pick-me-up. A nice poem is actually going to do the job, get the stick on brick. I'm so sorry to bring that up, but I promise you that's exactly what I saw. A stick that went brick. Now, I'm just saying, like, kind of get creative, you know? Just because you're Joan of Arc energy, it doesn't mean that Joan of Arc wasn't sexy and powerful, and that can't be considered like very favored, okay? Your last messages here, you have Ron, okay? And she helps with emotion, okay? Ron is the goddess of the sea and rules all emotion. She has like, I think it was like 9 daughters or so, and they're all named like after each wave in the ocean, all right? And she uses like her nets and stuff like that to hunt men at sea. So like 2 powerful freaking women. I didn't even think about that or see this at all. Like, I'm like, you could be very, very powerful. You could scare motherfuckers, okay? Like, maybe you had a situation like that and like forever tormented homie, okay? It's just giving this vibration that like you're able to drag people who do you wrong or dirty, or who don't believe in your power, to their deaths. Okay, you drag them to their deaths. And you need to be like aware of the power of water in your life, okay? Because I feel like perhaps you haven't noticed like the gift of water, or how it benefits you or favors you, or how it can help you to travel like on this earth, okay? There's something here about you needing to be more forgiving towards the earth and the cosmos, okay? It will actually help your intuition, your emotions. It will actually help you, not just spiritually, but I feel like personality wise, this will actually make you feel more like yourself when you open up this area of your emotions. It may be like you grew up in an environment where like, it's not that maybe it was your parents or your family who might have restricted you from this, or somebody directly around you who was like this, more stern, and now you have a lot of liberation in your life, or a lot of freeing up space, or maybe you're not around these people or circumstances. It feels like there's dust settling or clearing, and you're like sweeping and dusting and stuff. So, you know, it feels like you have time to kind of explore this area in your life, or you have a heightened sense or awareness around this circumstance that like it's favoring you. And it could be directed towards your travels. You could be traveling as you start to open up in this area of your life emotionally. Maybe you are naturally a traveler. Maybe you had parts of your life where you wanted to be sedentary. It's like, if you're not sedentary, you're traveling or you're cruising or something like that. It's one or the other with you, okay? But it's saying to look at your emotions and know like that you're making progress, and that you will soon be free from whatever's like holding you back, okay? Whatever is kind of like making you feel told down, or feeling like things are just uneventful, you won't get anywhere, where you're exasperated, I feel like that's going to change. You have Loger, I believe that's how you pronounce it, or Lager if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to look up this rune from the book and see what they have. It's not going to take me long, I promise. Lager. This is about water. Again, emotions. Security and the inner female, okay? Water flows throughout the world and connects directly to emotions. This card indicates that it is time to allow this flow of energy to take you back to the womb and the feeling of security it once provided. Water flows with life force. Let it ebb and flow in all areas of your life: career, relationships, children, and homes. Lager suggests that your female side is urging you to cleanse your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies. Call upon your intuition. Consider this a rebirth. Like the baby in the womb, you are safe and surrounded by embryonic fluid and transported back to that magical moment when divine love and water mix, creating the perfect alchemy for clarity and intuition. Reconnect with the power of water as a conduit for the divine. So again, we have this energy of water, of this forward progression of movement, securing yourself with the ebb and flow, knowing that you can secure yourself. Some of you guys could be visiting your mother, calling your mother, or just wanting to reconnect with a maternal energy, maybe other than yourself. For those of you guys who are here who are masculines, this could be like your spouse, your person that you're in a relationship with, or your mother. For some reason that's coming through. I get this energy of like appreciating a very strong energy higher than her as well. So it could be a grandparent that's significant too. But I'm getting here that there's like a huge support system about your emotions, expressing something to someone, okay? With all of this energy of emotions, I feel like there is something here about you needing to practice or take deep breaths. Maybe before it gets cool or cold where you are. I don't know if it's cool or cold for everybody yet. I hope, you know, and pray that you just stay okay and safe. I'm seeing somebody here right before it gets really, really cold though. You might have some opportunities to get by the shore and meditate a few more times. This is going to bring in a huge miracle for you, whether it's you meeting a particular person, finding something nearby, having some wonderful opportunity come in. There is some blessing that comes in. I was just seeing it intuitively and I had to bring it out there for those of you who resonate with that. Because I'm seeing all these waves, you understand, and this hair that's kind of flowing in the water. Also, I'm getting here, there's a huge rebirth that you're going through, a huge transformation. So you being in solitude makes perfect sense. Do you see all of these stars? You could absolutely feel energetically that there is something that is beautiful that is about to happen, take off, or take place. And sometimes what happens with people is they tend to kind of go recluse. They don't want to get everybody so overwhelmed or excited about their celebrations or positive changes or shifts. Not to be selfish, but I feel like you've kind of, here and there, you've missed the mark, or you got these signs and something didn't happen, or you know, you were let down by something. This is different though. This is totally different. And I want you to kind of like remember that. The 1st through the 16th of like the next 2 months is going to be very significant for you guys. I don't know what's happening, what's taking off or taking place here. I'm just seeing a lot of bliss and a lot of happiness and peace that you keep to yourself. And other people are still kind of viewing you as the person that you were prior when you've expanded so much. This is giving me the vibe that you may have the attraction of like honey and bees, okay? That there's going to be something about you knowing that once you find out, and if you are not a professional that handles the bees and stuff like that, that there is something about this that could really go wrong, okay? So this is giving the vibe of like either you hiring the people to kind of help you to balance out your life in the meantime. Because I feel like some of you guys, it will just kind of happen naturally. You won't even think about it in this way, but you will hire some sort of assistance or a professional in something that's going to really benefit you. And they're going to relieve you of some stress that you had. Okay? And for others of you, this is about you becoming that professional, but also remembering how important your emotions and your feelings are. Because for a lot of you, I'm not going to lie to you, you could wind up working in a field, whether it's related to a degree or something that you're doing that you're getting some certification in or not, whatever it is, you're going to be working in a place where you will need to understand the emotions of others by acknowledging them in yourself first. A lot of people struggle with this. You won't. And this is what's going to make you stand out in career. This is what's going to make people want to hire you immediately. This is what's going to make people believe that you are so relatable. This is going to make people believe that they will never find another person like you, another friend like you, another lover like you. You're going to be the person that people want to engage with, contact. You're going to be the person that people want to invite on trips and travel. You're going to be that person that people want to give and gift things for, because you're so personable and you've taken the time out to heal and caretake for yourself in such a niche area that most people don't even think about. And this is what makes you incredible. And this is exactly why you have the group of individuals so strong, so brilliant, and so perfectly placed. And just, you could love fashion, you could love textures and materials. And like when I say your taste is chef's kiss, it's so incredible. Like you could pick out the most incredibly, perfectly, wonderfully sized and like textured and materialized blouses. Okay, people could feel like you have just divine or luxe taste in general, but there's something about you that's just going to be so mind-blowing, and that's why you have these specific divine masters that are helping you. Okay, because I feel like they're hand-picked. All right, I feel like your specific crew was hand-picked and very specifically hand-picked, fine-tuned just for you. And I feel like that's how God, the Most High Source, the angels, that's how they're always, guided to connect with you. They are always very meticulous, okay, and very specific when it comes to POW 2. Those were the messages that I have for you, POW 2. I hope and pray that it resonated with you. If it did, thumbs up the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. I would love to read for your energy in the future. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Perhaps share this with someone that you think may resonate with it. I love you so much, and I will talk to you next time. Bye. Hi, POW 3. Let's go ahead and look to see which divine masters are helping you. So for POW 3, you have, Kuan Yin. Let me go ahead and focus this. Kuan Yin says, enlightened action. Choose compassion and move forward with grace. She is a Bodhisattva. Is very similar to like the Western concepts of angels. And I'm so sorry if I butchered that, by the way. But she helps us with compassion, forgiveness, being more caring. And she's a reminder that you do not have to excuse someone else's behavior. Okay, Kuan Yin reminds us that we cannot allow our own wellness and peace to be affected by someone else's behavior or by the outcome of a situation that is like out of our control, and that's why I really love Kuan Yin. She came to me at a time where I wasn't really too familiar with her, but once I started like looking up the description of her and I learned a bit more of like what she helps with, I was like, it makes total sense why you're here. I'm very grateful. I actually have like a beautiful perfume that kind of honors her energy, and I noticed that when I spray it, it does bring a lot more peace. It has notes that kind of tune into being more compassionate, surrendering, letting go, but also being optimistic and having a clearer perspective. Okay, so I feel like she definitely helps people to shift their perspective, to become enlightened. She is noted as being the voice of heaven to a lot of individuals, and so that makes total sense with that energy. She is also considered an empress or the mother of all mothers in some cultures as well. Okay, the next one that you have is El Moria. Okay, it says spiritual force field, protective light is surrounding you, you are safe. And I love that El Moria has like this indigo light around him, representing the third eye, the intuition. As you see on his turban, he also carries a very bright crystal. It's almost like the violet flame color, but it makes perfect sense with him. he was around during the time of like the British invasions. And I believe that they invaded his ruling area, and it was Kashmir. And he was said to have spiritually and physically helped to remove any energy that did not serve like their area, their land. And when it relates to us, he's said to help us to remove things that don't deserve that don't serve our connection to the Most High, to God, to our angels. Okay. He's here to help us to connect with like our inner teacher. He helps us to determine if like people are telling us the truth or not as well. And it's very important for you to kind of be away from drama or like heavy or draining energy. So to even have the positive change chrysanthemum stone heart as your crystal, it makes total sense. I feel like there's something that you're releasing, that you're letting go, that you're recognizing that perhaps you're not like the problem, okay, but you can be the solution to the situation, like by removing yourself from like heavy draining energy and remembering how strong and powerful you are, how powerful your light is very significant to this. Okay. Also, when Moria and the angels of light are around you, they help you to determine who in your world has your best interest at heart too, and who has ulterior motives. So like if people's true motives and hidden, agendas are being revealed around you during this time, you need to think El Moria, because they're very enlightened. They really do show you, who's for you, who's not for you, why they're truly there. They show you the ulterior motive as well. And I feel like that's what's most key and crucial with El Moria, because most individuals are not blessed to be given with the solution or the reasoning as to why somebody's around them. But this says that you will be revealed, that truth. You will have that truth. You will understand, and you will have divine clarity as to why somebody is around you, whether it's for good reasonings or not so good reasonings. Okay. The last one that you have here from this deck is Hanuman, one of my favorites, devoted warrior. Let God's love hold you in strength. Okay, I love Hanuman because he's a Hindu warrior and a god and protector of the god Rama. If you were in one of the other piles, you most likely saw him with Rama and his true counterpart. Okay, Hanuman is supposed to help us to reflect on our strengths and our talents. Strength is here again. Okay, it's supposed to help to be open to receiving from the universe. And the point that needs to be made with Hanuman is that he was so devoted to helping and assisting Rama and was such a divine and nurturing warrior. This is why he was so honored, because he never really took time to appreciate himself like he did his job and his duties. And I feel like this relates to Pile 3 most when it comes through, because not a lot of people really understand that type of devotion or commitment. For some of you, it could be very rare because of, if you believe in this, like if you're Gen Z or a millennial, that could relate to it. For others of you, you just feel like it has something to do with how people are raised, their belief systems, how they view their responsibilities, or how passionate they are when it comes to work endeavors, or how much you're being paid, whatever it is for you, right? But most importantly with this, you must first honor yourself and know that you deserve to be honored, all right? I feel like with this energy, you're going to know that your power or your beliefs about circumstances or about yourself, that they're coming true, or that you're becoming more masterful the more that you affirm into yourself or into something that you want for you, because you're going to see some sort of power, some sort of miraculous thing that happens. You see how Hanuman has that light that's coming from his hands. They're not necessarily together, but there's this light between it. This is about their power kind of driving them. It's seen by all. Okay, I feel like there's something about your gifts and abilities that is about to be revealed or seen by all, because we have these hand movements here twice, and we always pretty much have something that's covering or related or honoring your third eye. There's revelations around you. There are signs that are clear that you're like very intuitive or an obvious psychic of some kind. You have the Five of Wands in the reverse as your first card here. And your next card, whoa, the Lovers. Jesus. Pile 3, there is some huge burden or conflict that you are coming out of. And you're coming out of this much stronger and wiser because you were placed around some people with some very, very strong opinions. Five of Wands and the reverse says that these people may have strong, unyielding, unchanging opinions about situations or circumstances involving your life. So no wonder you're very important and valuable, and view yourself as being very important or valuable with the Five of Wands in the reversed. With this being tied to the Lovers, I'm going to immediately say that there's going to be a strong decision or belief that you develop that is a great belief because of who you've had to deal with. You've had to deal with some people with some very strong opinions that may be very vast, very extreme, or very different from yours. But it's been so suggestive in your energy for you to take a little bit of this, take a little bit of this, take a little bit of this, but come up with a very excellent opinion or belief or goal or plan for yourself that's going to be absolutely meant for you in a union, or just something that is absolutely meant to happen or be a part of your life. These could be incredible people, or choosing to let somebody go and get closer to someone else who seems more in alignment with you. But this is why you have these divine masters that are helping you. Kuan Yin is very excellent when it comes to the individual self, the role as a maternal figure, being reminded of their place as a woman, whilst carrying such a high connection with Source. Then you have El Moria and Hanuman, who both relate to loyalty, who relate to security, that relate to that huge divine masculine of protection, safety. I don't know if I said security already. I don't want to keep repeating my words. But yeah, I just feel like there's an energy here of wholesomeness, knowing that this Kuan Yin energy is going to be safe and protected, that somebody's going to treat you with love and light. Somebody appreciates you, is very wholesome towards you. There's going to be this energy of a giving nature. You have this wholesome energy that I feel like is connected to your heart space. I don't know if it's because of the colors that you wear, or like the energy work that you do, or how you help people to feel good about themselves. Maybe you give people a confidence boost here, but there's something here that you do that I feel like makes other people happy in their heart, and I feel like they want you to have some sort of beautiful love. Like, people believe that you deserve love, Pile 3. Okay, and you're getting it. Okay, it's coming in fast, or you're getting news and information about circumstances that you need. Maybe people like you a lot. If you're into something where it's fast dating or fast communication, it will favor you. With the Knight of Swords and the Three of Pentacles here as your first two cards out, I wouldn't be surprised if you're being supported when it comes to opportunities with small businesses or shipping things, traveling. When it comes to, I'm picking up some of you guys might travel for work, do something where you help other people for work. Others of you here, I'm picking up somebody could be traveling into you, wanting to visit you, or you have people in other areas or countries than yourself, that may be family members to you or people that are support systems to you or somebody who's traveling or wanting to. There's news that's coming towards you, but I feel like somebody could be wanting to surprise visit you. I don't know if you were expecting this. Okay, now I don't know what everybody looks like for pile 3, right? But why am I seeing like pile 3 and then there's like a more mature version of your lovely self, like a mother or a grandparent for pile 3 that's coming through, that might be pulling up on you like a youth. Okay, they are pulling up on you really fast and surprising you. You could have relatives who have more lit lives than you, and you could be like one of the younger ones in comparison. But you have somebody like that who's coming into you, and they miss you so much. I feel like they're always on the go. They look incredible. Their rose blush that they have on their cheeks that goes with their lips, like they're doing some nice stuff. Okay, and they always smell great. Okay, yeah. You have this King of Pentacles energy that is coming out for you guys. Wow. I'm getting something different with this. Somebody visiting a king, or okay. I don't know where everybody's from, but perhaps somebody is going to visit some sort of actual king of an area, or somebody's visiting like someone's remains, or like a tomb, or like a famous place that honors someone who was in a high ranking or position or something like that. Maybe even a museum or something. With this King of Pentacles for you, I feel like your divine masters are coming through. Very strong divine masculines, might I add. Maybe even an army, and maybe Hanuman's best man or best friend or something like that are coming through to help you with a circumstance or situation where people are trying to like come up with a plot or plan to either take from you. They either want to expose you to a darker energy or industry, or you have somebody around you who is struggling with an addiction, who is trying to take your tools or materials and invest in this without your permission. Now, I don't know if this is a person that you're dating in the meantime before you connect to this true person. I don't know if this is a toxic work environment or like a toxic couple that you kind of come across in passing. I'm not really sure here, but it feels like you are accustomed to a more elegant and classier breath of fresh air type of an energy when it comes to people, places, and things, relationships, or couples. Like, let's say you're going on a couple date and you come across somebody who's like totally different, or you've ran across people who just don't appease that. You're going to have some sort of miraculous breakthrough, but you have somebody who is absolutely protecting you at all cost. Okay. Oh wow, I'm actually getting here some of you guys, like, let's say you get into a relationship, something that's very healthy, long-standing, or a divine union or commitment. Maybe you've been trying to come up with like a very masterful, helpful name for a dog, because you've been, I don't know, there's something about you really caring about animals and a superficiality with like the names that people come up with. Hanuman would be a great one for a dog. They're said to be protectors of a couple, you know. If you want them to like both of y'all especially, that could be very significant. I don't know why that came through Hanuman. Somebody's going to be naming this wonderful dog Hanuman. Okay, and I keep seeing him standing in between you two and between this doorway while you guys come home from this cute date, okay? But yeah, I'm also seeing here that there was something obviously toxic that was affecting your financial connections here, and maybe even preventing some money from coming in or delaying it, especially when it comes to travel. There's something here, if it's not a toxic spending habit, then it is definitely some sort of attachment here, something that you are giving to. Be mindful of overindulging as well when it comes to business and these professional relationships where you're having to go on like these luncheons, and sometimes people want you to overindulge in liquor, or they want to schedule meetings at toxic areas or places. I feel like things that are just not serving you, maybe when you were younger, maybe, but I don't even think then, okay? I'm also getting here that there's somebody around you who isn't doing their best, okay? You may have several people around you who aren't doing their best. And I feel like for pile 3, you are the type of person, I'll be there by the Jackson 5 is coming through. When Baby Michael was Baby Michaeling out here with these vocals. You are always a person that people call. You are the person that's always on the move trying to give to everybody. I'm seeing if you keep doing this, you're going to break down, and you don't need to break down. You don't need to break down for these people. You need to tend to yourself. You need to stop, and you need to go on a break. You need to go travel or go somewhere that's very serene, calming, brings you back to balance. Maybe even go looking at sailboatings can even be very relaxing to some people, okay? I'm just seeing here there's something about appreciating landscaping, a slower pace of life, a more scenic pace of life. There's something here about you recognizing the obvious hardships around you. And sometimes it may be hard to escape like a cityscape life or a life where something is never ending. It feels like there's always something that's busy and bustling and happening and going on. And you need some time to restrict yourself from obvious toxicity. Even putting on like some frequencies around you is going to help you. Maybe you've been trying to look into some other divine masters that aren't so busy, hint hint wink wink, all the time, so that you feel like you can get more attention. These would be 3 to go to during this time. Maybe you like to listen to frequencies. Maybe you can see if there's some related to these 3 masters, okay? Because I feel like they're definitely helping you. And I also feel here that you had that might be what I was picking up on. I just kind of peeked over at your next card. I'll show you in a moment. I was picking up on this energy of like Hades, like actually coming in and doing something to help protect you. And let's just be very mindful. At times when we talk about divine masters and things like that, Hades is a divine master when it comes to death and things that have crossed over. So this could be where you have a relative who has crossed over, who wasn't necessarily the most high vibrational, or maybe they acknowledged that maybe they were atheists, or they didn't necessarily believe in God, or they had like darker beliefs or something. It's given something like that where somebody acknowledged that they had darker beliefs. And I feel like you have this, like, it's giving kind of an angel of death. That could have been how they viewed themselves. Okay, maybe they didn't like the lighter things, okay? And they're very honest. This person may have been pagan as well, and if they didn't view themselves as pagan, they definitely carried like no beliefs, or were very restricted. Maybe they had just pagan beliefs and didn't recognize it. But this person here, I'm seeing that they're protecting you from something dark that maybe you expressed concern to them about before they left this life, okay? And I feel like they're coming through to give you this confirmation that they're truly protecting you, all right? It was weird, but it makes sense, because then I saw this, which is Muspelheimer. What does he say? Muspelheimer. What is it? Muspelheimer. 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 I'm trying to get, I can't, okay? I was trying to do my motherfucking best, but I'm not, I'm not into like the Nordic all the way. Don't get me wrong, I love Odin, and I love like runes, and I love like the I actually have this little, I'm trying to remember where he said it was from. Is it from Scandinavia? I can't remember. I have something that I honor in regards to like the northern gods and things like that, the ones that are like in Ireland and over in that area, because I really do appreciate them a whole lot, like when I studied it. But some of their pronunciations of things, it seems like it sounds easy, and then you try it and it's just not. Okay, Muspelheimer, I think that's how they say it. But it relates to fire, creation and destruction, the realm of fire. Okay. The fire master and giant Surt, who is recognized here, wielded a sword of flames against the gods that can burn the world. All right. And you have these followers of Surt who are saying that you're on fire. They're protecting you. They're like being protected by these fire giants that this includes your manifestations and your creations. Like, they want you to be confident. They're also suggesting that you may lash out or burn others with your heat, like with your aggression. So be cautious when it comes to your connection and communication with others, because you're very much so viewed as forward, okay? And you're bold. With these two cards, very, very bold. And the Knight of Swords is absolutely a very bold card. You may have people who want to run away from you when it comes to situations where you get a little bit aggressive or heated, because you carry a huge fire energy that supports you, whether you're a fire sign or not, okay? Maybe you have some air placements in your chart too. But when it comes to your communication and things like that, you are on the money. And I feel like you need to know to keep striving. But if it relates to connections and things like that, this could be why things have been so heated, because you're on fire in some other aspect in your life, maybe financially or career related, or when it comes to your health, or just having blessings or miracles that's happened in your life, okay? But there is this energy of not only you being a firecracker in the streets, but a firecracker by mouth, okay? And I feel here that somebody is definitely taken by it. Okay, they have the marks to prove it, sweetie, for some of y'all. And then you have Vend here as your last card for pile 3. Let me go ahead and pull up this rune and see what it means. I don't like confusing them, so let's go ahead and read from the book and see what they say about it. All right, right here. It says joy, travel, and bounty. This rune indicates that your bounty has arrived and material gain is on its way. Ven brings joy and blessings to the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. You have reached your potential and all your hard work is coming to fruition. There is something alchemical, at this moment. Knowledge plus action has finally resulted in removing the obstacles to your abundance and success. The joy we receive in our lives comes from within. Trust that the energy from above and the earth below is united. Ven is like the old saying, your ship will come in. Isn't that what the 3 of Wands says? Yep, your ship's coming in. I told you to go exploring, looking out on some water. It also helps for you to manifest things in a little bit smoother as well as faster when you are picturing and viewing slower paced, more smooth water, like by sailboats, okay? I'm getting here this energy of you recalling or recognizing that just because something is fiery and passionate, it doesn't mean that you can't mend things, that you can't be copious, that you can't be balanced, that you can't, heat that water all the way up. But just remember what happens when you have lava and you have water. It creates land, right? It creates more earth. Some of you guys, I could be picking up on this energy of you being so moody because you find out that you're expecting and being blessed by Kuan Yin, and you have this wonderful baby that's getting ready to bloom between you. And that's why you have this transformation, this ending of how things used to be. Maybe you had the power of 3. Maybe it was you, your person, and a child, and now you got another one because DJ Khaled is coming through with the fresh tapered hairline. So, whatever it may be for you, I feel like there's a huge balance here, and there may be some earth that's coming in that might be a clue of like your next child and like their sign if they're not, predetermined and things like that in Scorpio season. But I'm just getting this energy of like, there's going to be a lot of positive things, but also be cautious because you are very strong and very mighty. And when you call on your support, when you have Hanuman on your team, sweetheart, there's thousands of people that gathered and wanted to join and help in the army of Hanuman as well. And you have El Moria, which is a ruler of a very large area, or was. Okay, so you have a large support, and you need to know that you're protected by some giants, some big people and some small people. When you have big problems, you got big people to help with those big problems. When you have little baby problems, you got big people and small people to help with the problem. It just depends on what you need here. I feel like you have people in your life who have that, who literally have that energy of like, they'll help you with whatever circumstance and things like that. And you need to appreciate and nurture those types of people that are helping you to accelerate forward and helping you with your progression and forward movement. Okay, pile 3, I apologize for stumbling over a few of those words that were a little bit difficult, but those were your messages, and I hope and pray that this message resonates with you. If it did, thumbs up the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, perhaps share it with someone that you think would connect with this energy. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you so much, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.